Brendam Docks is one of the busiest harbors on the island of Sodor. Day or night, it is always bustling with activity as trains and ships come and go. The cranes are kept very busy, especially poor Cranky. Come on, he barked. Get those trucks into place. How can I unload this ship if you don't give me anything to load? A please wouldn't go amiss, called Percy cheekily. Cranky's scowl grew sterner. Careful, Captain, Salty chimed in. You keep that sculling up, and you won't be able to undo it. Pah, snored the crane indignantly. Percy thought it a great joke. You should try smiling more often. You never know, it may even cheer you up. Many a moon has it been since our Cranky smiled, chuckled Salty. It's as he's forgotten how. What's the use in smiling when I have annoying little engines pestering me whilst I work? Came a blunt reply. Now why don't you two be sensible and get to work? He really could do with cheering up, whispered Percy. Although, I wonder what would cheer him up. 'Tis a mystery, matey, smiled Salty, as he scampered away to arrange some more trucks. By now, Percy's trucks were loaded, and the little green engine puffed away too, still pondering about Cranky. He was still deep in thought the next morning as he ambled along to the docks with a train of stone. There must be some way to cheer him up, he puffed. But as they neared a station, his thoughts were cut short. Ahead was a red signal. I wonder what's the matter, thought Percy. As they neared the platform, he saw the station master waiting for them. There's a cow blocking the line. Farmer Cole's been called, but you'll have to wait until the line's clear. Oh, bother, grumbled Percy. If I'm late, Cranky's sure to give me a mouthful. He gave an impatient peep peep of his whistle. As if on cue, the signal suddenly dropped, showing the line clear. Hooray! Cheered Percy. We won't be late after all. He scurried away at once, but in the commotion, no one seemed to notice someone slipping into the guard's van. Percy arrived at the docks right on time. The little engine felt very relieved as he came to a stop beside Cranky. He was just about to call up to the crane when Salty cried out in surprise. Well, shiver me timbers! I didn't know you were bringing a visitor, matey. Percy was surprised. What do you mean, visitor? It was then his guard came walking up, holding in her arms Sierra, the station cat. Goodness me! What's she doing here? Cried Percy. She must have climbed aboard my van when we stopped at Maithwaite, the guard explained. Well, I never, said Percy in surprise. Oh, we best get her home quickly. It's far too noisy for her here. But Sierra hardly seemed to notice the bustling harbor. Her eyes were locked onto something. Look, laughed Salty. She's looking up at your hook, Cranky. Everyone looked, and sure enough, Sierra was watching intently as Cranky's hook swung around as he worked. She was fascinated by the crane. You've got yourself a fan, Cranky, laughed the engines. Cranky was quite taken aback. He didn't know what to say. Oh, well, just keep that little pest out of my way, he stammered as he quickly turned away. He couldn't contain a small smile, and he hoped the engines hadn't seen it. They had, though, and they exchanged knowing winks. Percy's return train was quickly arranged. The guards sat keeping Sierra safe as they waited. The cat's eyes remained fixed on Cranky's hook throughout. Percy whistled cheerfully as he left. For him and for Sierra, Cranky watched the train until it was out of sight. Sierra never came back to Brendam Docks, but her trip wasn't soon forgotten. Every now and again, whenever Percy was around, Cranky would ask after her. I'm just making sure that little bug doesn't return, he said sternly. Docks are no place for a cat. To this day, Cranky insists that he doesn't care for Sierra, but unfortunately for him, Percy and Salty know better.